Hi guys. I'm just making this live video so I could summarize about what's been happening in my community in Neskantaga First Nation. For those who have seen posts that I've been sharing or have seen close by anyone from that community, they declared a state of emergency yesterday for the water crisis that's happening there. We call it a crisis now because we have absolutely no access to water, but the crisis started 25 years ago when we weren't allowed to use our water. We weren't allowed to drink it. We had to boil it in order to use it, and it's been like that for 25 years. We only know bottled water. People who come to the city and people who drink water or from tap water, they always ask, is the water safe to drink? That's the reality that we live in our heads, and that's the crisis that started 25 years ago, and this is what it's progressed to now. Neskantaga is the longest boil water advisory in Ontario for the First Nation communities, and if we don't put an end to, if we don't start bringing awareness to the way these boil water advisories are happening, all the communities are gonna start having to have no water, like absolutely no water, because that's what is happening right now in Neskantaga. And it's really like heartbreaking. Like I'm like shaking because it's something that's really, it's dehumanizing. We're not allowed to have water. We're only allowed to have 1.5 liters of water per person per day in our community. And that's not enough to survive on. Like, I drank this bottle of water today, and every time when I drank it, I thought about like how this would have been half of what I'm allowed to have. We need to have like at least a bottle of water a day in order to survive and in order for our bodies to replenish themselves. Like imagine not having to choose between drinking water or bathing your child, even though knowing if you bathe your child, they're gonna end up in the nursing station due to skin infection. Right now yesterday was day 1, so we're in the middle of day 2 of the Neskantaga water crisis that's happening right now, and there's already 10 patients in the nursing station being treated for skin infections because of the water that's contaminated. It's our water treatment plant that isn't working. It's making our water completely raw, and there's like potential for very bad bacteria to be in the water, including E. coli. The Indigenous Services Canada is refusing to evacuate our children and our vulnerable people with chronic diseases and infections and who are more prone to getting pneumonia or getting really very sick from it. It's only day 2 of this happening, and there's already 10 people who are being treated for this matter. And we don't know how long it's gonna last. We don't know if it'll be fixed or when it'll be fixed. I don't know either.
I cannot use that water there, because of that. Got to be sick or something, yeah? So I use water, spring water. So I use spring water to clean.
And do you heat your water before cleaning?
Yeah, I heat it.
And how long does that take you?
Takes me about almost half an hour. It has to be clean and hot, I cannot use that water that comes from the water plant. Yeah. All I have to do is do it by hand, I guess. A lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. It's a lot of labor for an elder.
Yeah, now I'm 77 years old. I still have to do this. Good? The box up?
So that's cost from the water.
Yeah, that's for the water. That's it. The water does it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It never happened that time.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, your sores are still there.
So he has skin sores, right?
Yeah, look. That's how they look, eh? And we don't know what it's from. Ever since they came back here, that's how they started. All the kids are like that, eh? I think it's, I believe it's mold. But that's what I think. Yes, they weren't like that before when they were at the other house there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? In the back, he's the worst one, even in his head. He's got them there too, eh? All over his head.
So
And it's basically we have to wash him every day if we can. And it takes a long time to process to heat up the water because we're only using a oven, eh? And I use about 3-4 bottles plus the big one. Oh God, that's how much it took him for that one. And I gotta save the other half for the other boy, eh? And then I still have to wash the little girl. So probably about 5-6 garbage to now, just for the 3 of them, eh? Plus ourselves, plus the dishes and the whatever else we are going to use. Yeah.
yeah, it's a tedious process, eh?
Yeah. Especially with kids with sores, because you gotta really wash them, clean them up really good in order for them not to affect the other ones, eh? They didn't go to school when the doctor seen them, because those things are contagious for the other kids, eh? So we didn't let them go to school for almost a week. When they started, the principal called me that she was asking me what's wrong with the ones that are in school with their faces in the sores, eh? And I told them that I have no clue where it came from. You know, it could be from the mold. That they never really had a serious sores like this, eh? As far as I could remember. Sores here and there from mosquito bites, and it would go away right away, but this one has been for almost 3 weeks, 4 weeks, almost a month that they got there. Yeah, that's how it is. And he was the first one that had it, so he spread it to the other kids, eh? He's the worst of them all. The other one. In the back, she will give me in the back. But they got medications where the doctor gave them that, eh? You need your towel first. Towel. You gotta wash your hair first before you get up. He doesn't like it. Actually, I have to force him sometimes to wash it. Yeah, that's. Then again, we have to really sanitize their clothes, eh? Especially with these ones here. And it's gonna really need a lot of water for that. to have us sanitizing their clothes, eh? Because they're going to reuse them. Yeah. So it'll be another hard work, and here I am, you know, I'm only limping away trying to help him get cleaned, eh? And it's very hard for me to get water too. My grandson was I have to heat up water for him to take a bath because he was getting dirty and his fingernails were getting dirty and his feet were getting dirty too, and I have to tape up the tap there for kids not to touch it, as well as my sink here. And this little bowl is I have to wash my hands with it in there. And right now he's taking a bath while I'm trying to heat up the other water for my dishes and my floor needs to be cleaning. And to have to bring the hot water here first before I put him there. I have to make sure the temperature is right for him too before I put him in here. And if it's too hot, I have to get more water. Tell if it's how much I need for him to have back.
And how long does the process take?
I'll say about an hour.
Per
child. This is only one child.
yeah.
I can't imagine about having 4 kids in the household. Also 4 hours of doing the process of taking the child a bath. But you have to get water somewhere, and then the use of water is very low. So I have to use 3 10 liters for the spot.
So 30 liters altogether?
Yes.
Compared to the 1.5 that we were offered?
Yes. Then I have to do my dishes, which took me another 10 liters to warm up the water. That's 40 liters of water that I'll be using this evening.